I have some XRP. I was just wondering what to do to avoid paying a ton of taxes when XRP skyrockets in value. First way would be we get an executive order for Trump that there's no capital gains on American based crypto. That would be great. We don't currently have that, but it could happen. So that'd be the first one. Setting up the LLC is great. Gifting things out of your taxable estate into a charitable remainder trust would be one. There's still going to be tax implications if you cash out inside of a dynasty trust. You can pass those tax implications somewhere else. It's actually taxed at a higher rate if you cash things out inside of that structure, if it's not done appropriately. You want to work with an estate planner or seasoned tax attorney on a lot of that stuff. You could just borrow against your XRP. Again, I believe it'll be a tier one asset. And if that's the case, then it's going to be premium collateral. And anybody and everybody would love to loan against your XRP at very good interest rates, which I do think will be the case in the not too distant future here. Even if they make it tax free to sell it, you may consider borrowing against it just because the cost of benefit of selling it versus keeping it over the duration is probably better to hold on to it. So even if you're paying 3, 5, 7% interest on a loan against it, as long as you're using that liquidity effectively, going to be just fine. There's a couple other ways. You would want to get it into some type of tax-free or tax-deferred structure. So, inside of an IRA, we do IRAs at Digital Wealth Partners. We have the only product out there that generates additional returns on your XRP, compounds it inside of an IRA, held at Anchorage, institutional custody, advisory, all the fun stuff over there. We're working on a special for IRAs. So that's one way inside of an IRA. Another way would be inside of an insurance policy. So, we're working on that also. We have PPLI, private placement life insurance. You have to fund that with cash as of today, but you could borrow against your XRP, fund the policy with cash, borrow against the cash value in the policy, pay off your original loan, and then you have XRP that could grow tax-free inside that insurance policy that you can continue to borrow against. We've done that a couple times. I would love to just do an in-kind transfer and move the XRP inside that policy. You also have Meanwhile, which has done a whole life product or universal life product with Bitcoin. There's a possibility that XRP might have something similar in the not too distant future. That's another way to be able to pay that into an insurance policy, have it grow tax-free inside that and pass to your children tax-free without the estate tax or the death tax here in the US or other jurisdictions also, by the way. PPLI is great if you're outside the US. You do not have to fund it in cash. You can fund it in kind. So if you're not in Canada or the US, that's a great option for people. The other way that you could structure this would be to set up a private family foundation and donate your XRP, your appreciated XRP, to the foundation. And you would actually get a tax write-off for that amount that you donated. So if you cash some out, you made a donation to your family foundation, you could wipe your taxes that way, as long as it's long-term capital gains.